GTA 6 is almost here, but which console should you buy, PlayStation or Xbox? The PlayStation 5 family includes 5 main models: PS5 Standard, PS5 Digital Edition, PS5 Slim, PS5 Slim Digital Edition, and PS5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 Standard is the original model and includes a Blu-ray disc drive, meaning it can play both physical and digital games. The PlayStation 5 Digital Edition uses the exact same hardware and delivers the same performance, but it does not include a disc drive and does not support adding one later. As a result, it can only play games purchased digitally. The PlayStation 5 Slim and PlayStation 5 Slim Digital Edition offer the same performance as the original models, but feature a more compact design and increased storage capacity. The Slim model comes with a built-in disc drive, while the Slim Digital Edition can later be upgraded into a disc model by purchasing the official detachable disc drive. The PlayStation 5 Pro is the performance-focused model of the PlayStation 5 family. It comes without a disc drive but is compatible with the same detachable disc drive used by the PlayStation 5 Slim Digital Edition. Xbox is available in 2 main families: Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. The Xbox Series X is Microsoft's flagship console and is available in both a version with a Blu-ray disc drive and a fully digital version. Both offer exactly the same performance. The Xbox Series S is the more affordable and compact option. It does not include a disc drive and is less powerful than the Xbox Series X. One important difference is that, unlike the PlayStation 5 Slim Digital Edition and PlayStation 5 Pro, digital Xbox consoles do not support adding a disc drive later. Once you choose a digital model, you'll only be able to play games purchased through the Microsoft Store. Another important factor to consider is the direction the gaming industry is heading. Sony has announced that, starting in January 2028, all new games released for PlayStation will be available exclusively in digital format. At the same time, Microsoft also appears to be preparing for this transition. The company is developing a feature that could allow certain Xbox games purchased on disc to be converted into digital licenses linked to the user's account, making the shift to a fully digital ecosystem much easier. This trend is already becoming visible with major game releases. For example, GTA 6 has so far been promoted with a strong focus on digital distribution, suggesting that the future of the gaming industry is moving increasingly in that direction. At first glance, all of these consoles look very similar, but there are a few important differences that can affect the gaming experience. Starting with the processor, every model uses an AMD chip based on the Zen 2 architecture, featuring 8 cores and 16 threads. The biggest differences are found in the graphics hardware. All of these consoles use the AMD RDNA 2 architecture. The main differences come down to the number of compute units and overall graphics performance. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are fairly close in terms of power. The PlayStation 5 Pro is the most powerful model, while the Xbox Series S is the budget-friendly option, designed for lower rendering resolutions. There are also differences when it comes to memory. Storage capacity also varies between the different models. However, every PS5 console supports installing a compatible standard M.2 SSD, while the Xbox Series X and Series S use dedicated expansion cards. These are very easy to install, but they are usually more expensive than a standard M.2 SSD. All of the consoles use very fast NVMe SSD, but PlayStation features a drive with a raw speed of around 5.5 GB per second, while Xbox uses a drive capable of around 2.4 GB per second, making up for the difference with its Xbox Velocity architecture. On paper, these differences may seem significant, but how do they actually translate into real gaming performance? If we focus strictly on performance, the Xbox Series X and the PS5 Standard or PS5 Slim are much closer than the specifications might suggest. Although the Xbox Series X offers around 12 teraflops of graphics performance compared to approximately 10.3 teraflops for the PlayStation 5, the difference is very small in most games and often difficult to notice without a side-by-side comparison. The reason is simple. Real performance depends on much more than raw hardware power. It also depends on the game engine and how well each title is optimized. Some games perform slightly better on the PlayStation 5, while others have an advantage on the Xbox Series X. But the overall gaming experience is very similar. The PlayStation 5 Pro, however, is the only console that delivers a noticeable performance leap. Compared to the PS5 Standard, it features 67% more compute units, memory that is 28% faster, and Sony claims it can render games up to 45% faster. It also includes improved ray tracing and PSSR, an artificial intelligence upscaling technology that reconstructs images to deliver better visual quality. In games optimized for the PlayStation 5 Pro, these improvements allow for higher resolutions, more stable frame rates, and more advanced graphical effects. At the other end of the spectrum is the Xbox Series S. With just 4 teraflops of graphics performance, 20 compute units, and 10 gigabytes of memory, it is primarily designed for 1080p and 1440p gaming. Although it plays the same game library as the Xbox Series X, it can struggle with the latest releases, often delivering noticeably lower visual quality and reduced frame rates. Hardware is important, but for many players, the game library matters even more. PlayStation continues to stand out thanks to the exclusive games developed by its own studios. Franchises such as God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Horizon, and Ghost of Yotei are available primarily on PlayStation and remain one of the platform's biggest strengths. Meanwhile, Microsoft has changed its strategy over the past few years. Instead of keeping its games exclusive to Xbox, the company has gradually started releasing them on other platforms as well. If you're here because you're getting ready for Grand Theft Auto 6, you'll be happy to know that it will be available on both consoles. Xbox focuses on providing the most flexible gaming ecosystem possible. Its biggest advantage is Xbox Game Pass, which gives players access to a large library of games through a monthly subscription, including many Microsoft first-party titles on the very day they are released. In addition, Xbox Play Anywhere allows certain games purchased once to be played on both Xbox and PC, with the same saved progress. PlayStation offers PlayStation Plus, a subscription service available in multiple tiers. It includes online multiplayer, monthly games, and depending on the subscription level, access to a large game catalog. However, unlike Xbox Game Pass, games developed by Sony are generally not available on the day they are released. Last but not least, price can play a major role when choosing a console. At launch, the PlayStation 5 Standard cost $500, while the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition was priced at $400. Following the price increases of recent years, the current PlayStation 5 Slim models now start at $600 for the digital edition and $650 for the version with a disc drive. The PlayStation 5 Pro is the most expensive model in the lineup and currently costs $900. On the Microsoft side, the Xbox Series S launched at $300, but it now costs $500 for the 512GB model and $600 for the 1TB version. The Xbox Series X launched at $500. Today, the digital edition costs $750. The version with a disc drive costs $800, and the special 2TB edition is also priced at $800. So, which console should you choose? Choose the PlayStation 5 Pro if you want the best possible console gaming experience, own a high-quality 4K TV or monitor, and are willing to pay more for better performance and improved graphics. Choose the PS5 Standard or PS5 Slim if you're looking for an excellent balance between price and performance, while also gaining access to PlayStation exclusives. For most people, this remains the best all-around choice. Choose the Xbox Series X if you prefer the Xbox ecosystem, use Xbox Game Pass, and mainly play third-party games. Its performance is very close to that of the PlayStation 5 Standard, and in most games, the differences are minimal. Choose the Xbox Series S if you're on a tighter budget and want the most affordable way to enter the current console generation. It's an excellent choice for gaming, as long as you're comfortable with the compromises in resolution and graphical quality. If your main reason for buying a console is GTA 6, here's what I would recommend. Choose the PlayStation 5 Pro if you want the best possible experience. Thanks to its more powerful graphics processor, improved ray tracing, and PSSR technology, it has the greatest potential to deliver the best visual quality in Grand Theft Auto 6. The PlayStation 5 Standard, PlayStation 5 Slim, and Xbox Series X are the next best options. In terms of performance, the two platforms are very close, and it's unlikely that the differences will be significant. However, PlayStation does have a few advantages, such as the DualSense controller with haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. If Rockstar Games chooses to fully support these features, they could make the GTA 6 experience even more immersive. Which console would you choose in 2026, and more importantly, what's the main reason behind your choice? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this kind of video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, and if you give us a like and leave a comment, it really helps us out. Thank you.